Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Alex with MaxExposure and the National Association of Local Businesses. Still from coming to you from my house under quarantine, but we want to go into part 3 of our 6-part video series. In this 6-part series, we're looking at the 6 pillars of a local business's online presence. Now, what are those 6 pillars, you might be asking yourself? Well, online reviews, online listings, social, website, advertising, and SEO. We're taking each of those 6 things and breaking them out, talking about why each one is important, and not only why, but also giving you some tips and things you can put into practice today to improve your business. So with that, we're using our marketing analysis to really anchor the conversation. If you're not familiar with our marketing analysis, we're able to give you a report, a local business owner, a report that measures the 6 key areas that we're talking about and gives you a grade against other people in your industry. So it's a great way to see how you stack up against the competition. And not only that, it's going to actually go in depth in each of these sections and show you things that you can improve upon. So it might uncover things that you might not have even known were affecting your business. Now, this isn't a real business. That's why the score is a 0. But if you were to request this report, it would show a much different picture here. So again, depending on where you're at or what you need to improve upon, every single business is different. So if you want to request that report through us, just reach out to us on our social, go to our website, email, phone number. There's so many ways to get in touch with us. Just do whatever you're comfortable with. So with that, let's get into social. Now we're on the social media topic, why social is important, and also what things we can put into practice today that are going to help us. So let's get into it. Let's start with, again, why social media is important. Well, there's a simple phrase, and if you're not familiar with this phrase, I think you're going to like it. It's called word of keyboard, right? You always hear from a lot of local businesses, I rely on word of mouth. And that's a very, that's great, I'll say, but it's also very antiquated as well. And word of mouth is, you're relying on someone having a good experience in your store using your product or service, going out and then talking to a couple friends about how good your business was and hoping that they'll come in and use your product or service. I don't know about you, but how many businesses do you interact with and then actually have a conversation about with your friends? It doesn't happen a whole lot. So word of mouth is just, I find, has become the default for a lot of local business owners. Number one, and I say this with all due respect, but they say it because it's free. Okay, they don't want to spend on marketing, and they just say, I do word of mouth. That's great. Hats off to the people who do that, but there's so many more effective things you can be doing nowadays. And one of those is through social media and what we call word of keyboard. And it's really word of mouth on steroids. Okay, so I talked about how you're relying on one person with word of mouth to have a good experience and then to tell a few of their friends. Well, on social media, when you're putting out content regularly, meaning every single day at least once a day, when you're putting out content, good content, people are going to interact with that content. They're going to comment, they're going to react, they're going to share your content. And what happens when they do that? Well, then it goes out to their friends as well that they're connected to on social. So if you have a couple people sharing your content every single day, and that would happen naturally if you're putting out good content, well, now you can reach hundreds of people, hundreds of new people every single day with the click of a button. And all someone did was click on a share button one time, and now it's going out, your business name, your logo, your content's going out to a number of their friends that they're connected to. So it's so much easier than word of mouth. And that's what people are doing nowadays. And you see the companies that are doing social media well, they understand that. And that's why they're putting out, and their focus is content, content, content. Why? Because they know the power that word of keyboard has and how many people they can reach every single day that they've never had the opportunity to be able to do before. So number one, that's what I think of, word of keyboard. Number two, it's just way more flexible than traditional media. Think about it. If you have to spend money on mailers or radio or TV, they're very specific things that you're spending money on. A mailer has to go out through the mail. Radio, someone has to listen to the radio. TV, you have to make a commercial, right? Well, with social media, you can do so many of those things just and not even spend any extra money if you don't want to. Now, you can, if you want to, reach more and more people, but you can be putting out videos of your product and services every single day if you want. Everyone has a mobile phone nowadays, pretty much everyone. It takes 30 seconds to take a quick 30-second video, feature a product every day, feature something that's going on in your store. After you take that quick video on your phone, you upload it to your social, it goes out, people interact with it. You've just reached hundreds and hundreds of people potentially, if not thousands, depending on how many followers you have and how long you've been doing it, all within under 30 minutes. I mean, when have you ever had the opportunity to be able to do that before, right? Sending out pictures. So it doesn't even have to be video. It can be pictures as well, pictures of your product, of your staff, featuring staff members. So, your potential customers can actually get to know your staff and feel a connection with them. You can feature happy customers. Think about that. When you go online and you see a business that's featuring all these different happy customers, do you think if you've never used their service before, you might have a good experience, or there's a very good chance that you're going to have a good experience if you see all these other people having good experiences? I would say it's pretty, that's a pretty good thought process. You can be putting out flash sales. Think about certain times of the day when you might not be as busy as you would like to be. Maybe there's a certain time of day on a certain day every week that there's going to be a lull. Well, you can put out flash sales instantly and drive more traffic into your business during these days. You can put out advertising. So if you wanted to put advertising dollars behind certain campaigns, you can reach thousands and thousands of people in your local area with not a lot of money. So think about that. Customer interaction. You've never had an opportunity to be able to interact with your customers like this on such a large scale basis. Okay, so you can use it as an opportunity to improve your customer service. When people comment on your content that you're putting out, you can comment back and you can thank them and you can encourage them to come into your store, tell a friend, or share the content. Whatever it is, you can essentially ingratiate yourself with these people in your community. And guess what? People want to do business with people who they like. Okay, so if you can show them that you're a personality behind the logo, or really capture the personality of your local business, that you can project that on social and make people want to try your product or service or come into your business that much more because they like you. And if you can get people to come in even once or twice more time, one or two more times every year, that's a lot of money that you can be putting back into your business. You can start a dialogue with your customers. I already did kind of touch on that, but you can have conversations with people all while also working in your business, and you can do it right from your phone. So people, that's honestly how people like to interact nowadays. They don't want to have to always come in and ask questions to you face to face or call you on the phone. They're busy, you're busy, right? So if they're working and if something pops into their mind, they go on your social and they ask a question, you should be monitoring that and be able to answer them back. If not, it's a missed opportunity and they're going to go elsewhere. So now, what to focus on? What are some of the key things that we focus on when looking at someone's social media? Number one, your followers. Okay, you can put out all the great content you want, but if no one's following your pages to see it, then what good is it? So there are all different ways to increase your follower count. Okay, I would never suggest buying followers. That's not something that you want to do, because you want to build a following in your community. That's what's going to help you the most. So you can send out invitations to people that you're connected to personally on Facebook, things like that. You can have your staff do the same thing as well because they're probably connected with people in the community. You can put out advertising through Facebook and some other mediums to gain people, gain followers specific to your community so they aren't fake people or fake profiles, nothing like that. Okay, so you have a couple options there. And then once you have a good amount of followers, we need to put out content, and we need to work on how much content we're putting out, volume, not necessarily quality, but right now we're just looking at volume. For example, if you're just putting out something once a week or once a month, not good enough nowadays. Not good enough. You need to be putting out content consistently, multiple times every single week. In fact, for us, we do it twice a day. Okay, well, at least we try most days to get something out twice a day. So you don't have to maybe go that far right away, but a couple times a week is what you should be starting with, and then you can always ramp it up from there. And then we're going to look at engagement. Are your followers engaging with your content? If you have a good amount of followers, you're putting out content, but now no one's engaging with it, what's that an indicator of? It's an indicator to me that it's not good content, not quality content. So you need to figure out why your followers aren't interacting with it and what you can do better. I would say the number one issue that I see in this area is people just putting out the same stuff over and over and over again. Okay, you have to mix it up. You can't just put product and service out every single day. Product and service, product and service, product. There's way more you can be doing on social and that you need to be doing. That gets boring to people after a couple weeks. Okay. So again, that's why companies like us exist, because we can help you with that. We can take some things off your plate. We can take everything off your plate if that's what you're looking for. So I hope that was helpful for you. I know this video was a little bit long, but I think it was really important to focus on social media, the importance of it, why it's important, and what things you can be focusing on. So with that, we'll wrap it up. And again, if you want to request that report from us, that marketing analysis, just reach out and we'd be happy to do that for you. So stick around, and the next video series will be about website and things to key in on when it comes to your website and how to attract more people to your website and how to actually capture more leads on your website. So hope to see you soon, and see you later. I hope you have a great rest of your day. See ya.